much as someone who is like, an artist, right? I mean, like at the end of the day, this is art you wear, right? And what does that mean? It means that as well as like, check this way, NFTs make their way to beauty, right? These, believe it or not, nail artists now doing NFTs as well, right? Like it's mind blowing what is happening here. And if you actually look at how much money like kids are now spending on skins in like Fortnite, right? I mean, that's nuts, right? And if you actually start, you're going to see this happen with nails and everything with metaverse, but that's just virtual. But then even just talking about real, like how awesome would it be if you didn't just have the licensing in school, but if you had a gallery, where if you actually had awards, if you actually showed like, the top 10 or top 20, like, most incredible, nails from the point of view of like, a monthly or even an annual, like nail design award, right? Like this would lift things up to that higher level in the same way that all the best fashion artists, all the best, even the hairdressers have got like those like things that people really aspire to. And for sure, going down that route, you're going to have so many people saying, I don't want to just have a license so I can just go out there and just paint nails, right? I want to go out there to create art. So I'm just showing that as an additional piece, because if you actually went down that line, you might consider that this week you actually change the name of the company. I get why it's called VTran, Beauty Academy at the moment and so on, right? But if you actually look even at like, the one I had there, which is called, T&D, which is the Academy of Nail Design, right? I mean, like, what a cool name for that, right? And if you actually had something which was around, the Academy of Nail Art or something which actually was at a higher aspirational level and where you're actually creating, nail art as a vocation, right? Or as basically, something which allows someone to actually earn as much money as a YouTuber by actually doing their nails and then actually being able to share that in a really powerful way. That just takes everything off, because then you get people aspiring to that in the same way that you're getting all these different people who are now saying, you know what, I could be an architect in the metaverse, or I could be a YouTuber or an Instagrammer that's actually, creating a new energy that is then there. The problem with most of like the Instagram generation is it's about basically look at me, right? But if you're actually then passing that art on to others and then it's look at these people here, right, with what they're actually designing onto them, it's no different from tattoo art. I mean, you've now got multi-millionaire tattoo artists, right? Because they're just using that art in a way that people just queue up for them. And there's no reason that nail art's really going that way. But who's teaching people how to do this and turn that into a business? That's where I think there's a real powerful kind of gap where you're really talking about how you can, work on how you turn your self-expression into a six-figure income, right? Like, or seven-figure income, right? Like, and that's the kind of thing that people go, I want to do that, right? Without even realizing that was even possible. They then want to kind of step in and be part of that world where they're giving their art to others. And how amazing if every day, if all you did was just 3-4 just pieces of art for people that were willing to pay top dollars to actually have that art, and then after